Good morning, friends. How are you today, Saturday, February 18, 2017? We thank God for life. We thank God for health. We thank God for everything. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It is so that. Good morning, Abu. How is Dubai, the Emirate? Good morning, and how are you doing? My name is Doyinsola Ilori, but on Facebook I go by Ajoke Adiomayinde. Oh no, I see you. Good morning. For me here, could be good anything where you're at. Prebo, how's madam? How are we all doing? Oluwa Kemize, Nad Wahab, Oluwa Beautiful Simeon Johnson, Omo Johnson. I thank you all sincerely for joining me. Olusegun Yedupa, it's been a while though, but it's good to see you too. The Bible says that every person that has breath should praise the Lord. And forever and always, I am thankful. Maybe that's why I've been able to, get some things going for me in life. I am extremely thankful to God for life, for health, for existing. Being where I see you, Jari. Stop saying nice outfit. You'll be making my head to swell. These are very cheap outfits, so Lara, I see you. Akinduro Binkwe. We're just trying to use this to build something. I see my cousin Duro Jaye Olalekan. Justina, Lady J, how are you doing? Thank you all for joining me. You all know my name, so there's no point in telling you my name. Fadaka, I appreciate you. God bless you all. God will honor you all. And sincerely, I just thank you for everything. Maybe thank you for sharing. I appreciate that too. I hate when this my dresses. I don't know when I sit down. It's not as if I want my cleavage to show, but it's not like the thing will now be on my neck like SU. I beg. That's not me. Good to see you all. I'm just trying to build an audience with all of this small talk, but I know, of course, it's kind of a waste of your time. Doyinsola is not wasting your time. Do you like my hair? I dyed it some and tried to get some twist into it. It's nothing professional. It's just something that I'm doing on the side by myself for myself. Uncle Godwin Mocha, thank you. You are an SU. Who says I'm an SU? How do I sound like an SU to you? We'll fight though. Please, don't spoil my personality and everything. SU Bisibo. Lara. Yeah, right. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is well. I welcome you again to this podcast today. And always I thank you for being here with me. On Wednesday, I talked to ladies in diaspora. I talked about a black American lady that I met and that was, nice, humble and everything. And I said that I had tapped from. So between then and now, I got a bunch of calls and messages and things like that from, ironically, the men in Nigeria. And they said, no, doing. You must do a Nigerian version. So I said, but I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about concerning the Nigerian version now. And they gave me a few points and a few reasons why they go out, why they womanize. Adewale Adeshino, I see you, my brother. Why they do these things. Let us get one thing clear. I said it last Wednesday. The average Nigerian man is promiscuous by nature. I don't know about any other is it country or tribe or continent. I don't know if American men are like that. I don't know if all men are like that. But every time I talk about this thing, people say I should stop it. I say I cannot stop it because all the men that I know, they have something going on. They are not saints at all. You see the emphasis on at all. I'm stressing it. Shitu Dapola says, thank you for watching me. Having said that, which was what the men actually said to me. They said to me, listen, if you women say that we are permanently like that, why don't we now find a way round living with it without committing adultery? They recognize the fact that most women now, to make themselves happy, to take whatever their husbands is doing to them off of them, they too are out there. We all watched the video of this. I mean, that's even not a recent thing. The 32-year-old boy that just got to know that the father was not the father. And then, people started throwing all sorts of statistics outside. Every 6 women, every 3 getting 10, every whatever, they have this or that. And so many stories got flying around about the promiscuity of married women. And the men said, can't they said I should ask women this question. Victoria Adeleke, auntie mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, olórí ẹbí, auntie Ayola Lambo. Ìkúnlẹ̀ mo wà ma. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma, ẹ káàsán lọ́jọ́ yín. Thank you for joining me, ma. Àwọn ìyá mi nìyẹn, mo gbọ́dọ̀ kí wọn tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀. Thank you so very much for being here. Victoria, it's good to see you again. Thank you. The men now said, can't you talk to these ladies? Because what is causing this broken thing we keep talking about to, even in Nigeria? Most men catch their wives in adultery. They've been committing since there's no problem. But the minute that the woman says, oh dear, it is so, because I say to men, I say, you will be shocked that the reason why some women do this is just like a retaliatory thing. They are very upset with you. They're not happy with you, and they know that you are out there. So while they're out there, internet has made it also very nice for them. Can't to share everybody is on Facebook or something, and then you find somebody that men would always say you are beautiful, you are this, you are that, you are da. Daria, I see you, and I thank you for being here. Kenneth, thank you for being here too. You even if you are the ugliest woman on earth, you will see one or two that will still be telling you, and they say, each time you are just, if I come on Facebook because of you. You're wrong, but no, but you know. But if, having said that, there's always somebody that's saying something to this woman. Here is a lonely woman. The husband does not recognize that he's made you lonely, so that's not even the point. The man said, we agree, we acknowledge, we know that we womanize, we do these things. But should our women also do it? They also said that, for a fact, a gentleman was talking to me. I am good. She too, I'm good. Thank you, Kenneth. A gentleman also said to me that in 29 or 27 years of marriage, he slept in the same room with his wife. So, of course, along the line, maybe he got into an affair. I don't have the details. He just said, my wife would just suddenly start to complain about me being on the phone. And Talotun Sorrow, who is there? Who is this? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma. Auntie Ayom Olalambo. Thank you, ma. Olu Bishop, I see you and I thank you for being here, my person. That the wives of 27 years started getting a little bit on the fidgety side, asking what she was doing on the phone. Remember I said last week that black American girl, even if the phone is ringing, she would not even make up. But the man said because the woman now started asking questions about what he was doing on the phone, he moved to his room for the first time, and he says he's been in his room since then. Now, what I want to talk about today is coming back to this issue. I need service. If you're on this thing, please get off it. I'm breaking. What I want to talk about today is the issue of, how do I put it? It's interrelated. It's interrelated. It's interrelated because I want to talk about the issue of living in separate rooms. On one side, does it promote promiscuity or is it nice? Does it give some independence or does it allow the couple to just get into what they want to get into? The wife is online, the husband is online. is that, does it promote that, or does it give some privacy? So much so that, remember we said, I just told you about a man that said the wife was complaining that he was online way too often, or was wondering who was calling, so he moved out of the room for her. Does it allow for privacy? No. Does it promote promiscuity to the extent that you are all doing your thing, you don't know what the other person is doing? Or does it give the privacy that you think the other person needs? Talking about why men also do these things. Another man complained to me, said, "Doing Sola, yes, we know that the average African or Nigerian man is like that. But let me tell you something. By the time your kids start having kids, that's when you carry your bag. You're going to go take care of the kids. And usually when you go to do that, the man is home alone, or home with maybe some cousins or some house help and things like that." He said much as the men always make out like they can do everything, they are this, they are that, he said the average man needs a woman to still manage his life, to the extent of things like cooking, housekeeping, and in fact, when you do it, they give you the impression you haven't done anything. But he says the truth of the matter is, if you leave a man alone, and then he has to be the one to, especially for those that probably maybe they have to boil water before they can take a shower. Sorry, not even a shower, no, a bath. Or the ones that cannot even dish food from their pots. That it takes, such a man will be miserable each and every time the woman goes to take care of any grandchild. It's his grandchild, but he has needs too. So what do we do? How do we deal with this situation? I'm talking because the Nigerian man said this to me. How do we now deal with this situation such that, yes, you want to take care of your grandkid, you also have to think about the man. I think we women have gotten to a stage after 20 years of marriage, 25 years of marriage, that we assume that the man is even always carrying one person or the other. So you just assume this man does not need you again. But the men are saying it is wrong. We need you. That's what they said to me. They said it is wrong. That even most times when we seem to be fighting you, we are angry, we are mad, we are jumping at you, we need you. Kemi Omadeyemo, thank you. I see you, my sweetheart. We need you. We need you to still do all these things for us. When you are not at home, we are miserable. Now, I have used taking care of the grandkid to even make it seem like it's something you have to do. For instance, let's assume I'm in my 30s. I'm here. I give birth to a baby. And then I say to my mom, "Mommy, you just have to come. I can't do this alone because the thing is too expensive." And more so, they won't even take care of your child like, your own parent probably would do. And then my mom has to come to the US, maybe for 6 months. They are saying, you see, those 6 months, Judge Sola Daniel, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And how are you doing today? Those 6 months of mom being with me to take care of my child is killing the man. You have assumed he's old now. What is his stress? Tejo Sholaleko and Pastor Shina Akinle, I also recognize you both. You are assuming that because you both have been together for that long, it should be fine. They are saying they are not fine. Now let me bring it now to what most women or some women now even do. You don't have grandkids yet, but you travel a lot on the job for business. They recognize the fact that you are traveling, you are on the job, and for the business. Yes, to make money. Yes, to support the house. But they are saying it is affecting them. So if it is affecting them, how do you strike a balance? I have absolutely no clue. I'm just letting the women in Nigeria know what the men have told me. They said, maybe they do not know. Yetunde Espayon, I see you, my sister. Maybe they do not understand this. They say, you may think, yes, you are doing business. After all, I'm the general manager of a bank. I have to go to Dubai for a conference. Thank you for being here. When they say these things affect them. You see, when a woman has a need, she can stay. She can lock her senses to it. She can shut her body down if she chooses to. Most men cannot. And don't forget also that these men, they go by sight. You are not at home a week or two. He opens the door. I put up a post I said, kaka womakata ile. And then, thank you, Yetunde, thank you. He sees them walking back and forth. And you are not at home. I don't think they have a problem with flirting. They have accepted and acknowledged the fact. Abu, I'm talking to you now. They have acknowledged and accepted the fact that yes, they flirt. They are giving me reasons why they marry. Most times, a second wife. Forget, I haven't touched on keep yourself clean, dress well, cook well. Forget all of that. Those are mundane things, very small things. Kemi Omadi, you said many ladies, I'm assuming now, you said many put their husbands second to their kids. They don't like that. These are things men told me. They said, okay, so because she now has children, and then imagine that she has 4. She goes there. Before that one has finished, another one has put to bed in London. And then she's just going all over the place. Why would I not? Maybe they started having kids early. Maybe the man, like 22, 23, married the 18-year-old. So by the time they are 50, 55, they already have grandkids. And the mother, who also feels that most of the time, she didn't have time for me. We get a lot of mommy, because we women feel that that's what we hold on to, so to say, in matrimony. That is what that is yours, so to say. The man is not yours, he's not ours. But you see, they are complaining that you will say we are marrying other women. You will say we are doing this and that. These are the things we lack. The men told me, I'm not a man, remember. They said, these are the things we lack. These are the reasons why we're out there. Damilola, I see you. I see you, my dear. These are the reasons why we're out there. And then we're just permanently with maybe one person or one girl or something. And before you know it, okay, you travel often. And then it goes to a particular girl a little bit often. Kemi Omotoshiro, I see you too. Thank you, my dear, for being here. You travel too often on the job. You travel too often because of the business. Or you have to go and see the grandkids. They say these are the reasons why they do it. IK Davis, you said this issue is quite salient. You are happy that I'm putting it on the spotlight. Thank you. But you are a man. Let me have inputs from people, because like I said, I'm not a man. They just said these things to me. Go, how are you, my dear? Dami. Like the man that said, he said, I've lived in 27 years, I've lived in the same room with her. I didn't want to split rooms with her. But yes, okay, fine. Maybe I'm talking to a girl. Can't she just ignore me? Every time my phone rings, who is that again? What is that again? And then, he moved out of the room. And the man told me, he said, listen, I am going to marry another girl. I said, why? He said, she's never around, safe. Okay, Abu, you say, no matter that the excuses these men are giving are good on paper, but in practical terms, you still maintain the fact that the men will be men no matter how you treat them. Maybe the percentage of it happening would reduce. I'm of the school of thought that no matter what the woman does, the best woman on earth will not be good for a bad man. Kemi, you said at the early stage of their marriage, many men often ignore their wife. I was going to come to that point. You're right, my dear. You see, it's almost as if the woman is taking a pound of flesh back, because at the early stage of the marriage, yes, the men, of course, they were still out there. And because they are out there, they go out often, they still have their women. The woman takes all of that in. I tried to explain this to my friend that was discussing it with me. I said, because we recognize the fact that it wasn't like you were completely there for us now. Of course, you have always been promiscuous, and we shut our mouths. So at the first opportunity of being able to even get out of your face, Nixon, I see you. At the first opportunity, Abyss, I see you too. We just, mommy bimo, we're off. I'm out. Meanwhile, the man, all this your mobby man, so on that you're doing is affecting the man. The same man that is out, is affecting him. And I asked the question, I said, can the women, because the example of the guy that spoke to me was complaining that the wife was complaining about him being online for some people, for someone. And if he said if the wife just ignored whoever I was talking to, it's difficult. It's difficult for most women to do that. But I would just say again to women, would you, because look at that man now, he's moved out of the room. So even if, you see, him being in the same room with you, he probably will curtail whatever he was doing online. He knows you are there. He would not do it as continuously as he's now so very free. Uncle Abyss. He would not do it as continuously as he would now do it being in his own room. Now you have given him more freedom to do more. Why? Because you complained. That's what they're saying. Giddy, I see you too. They're not saying they don't do it. They know they do it. But they're saying Elamumora more. Thank you, Damilola. They're saying, yes, we know we do it. We know we're out there. Elamumora more. It is extremely. I don't know how to explain it, because how can you say they should? We all have acknowledged the fact that the Nigerian man is the way he is. Okay, because it's the way he is, are you now going to retaliate with affairs forever? No, you cannot do that. The man that is doing something will do it with 1,000,001 women. You do it with one person and see what happens. Hell will let loose. Heavens will fall. They are saying, many will even say, ìyàwó mi, boyfriend, you know, that kind of a thing. What do they are? You see, what I want to say to us women generally today is, you know what? Let us come to terms with one thing. If we're going to call them useless, onirano, let us just acknowledge the fact that that is what they are. Let us recognize that they are like that. Now, having recognized that, how do you now manage that kind of situation to suit yourself? She too dark boy, I do not know. I don't know for how long we are supposed to accommodate. That's why I'm throwing this out. This is not something that I'm saying, okay, this is what I want anybody to do today. Beyond that, I just feel that you all should just, if you want to stay there, it's okay if you don't want to stay there. It's okay if you feel that, well, you know what, this is not happening. I'm out, I'm off. It's okay. But if you want to stay there and be at peace, don't lose focus of why I'm saying this. So, if you want to stay there and be at peace with yourself, you see, the situation now is not peace, home peace. Ìwọ gan fún rẹ kó má kú dànù. Ọmọkùnrin yóò lè gbọ́, àṣẹwò ní ajá ló gbé kìnnì. How do you now manage that man tí ò lè gbọ́ yẹn, tí ò wá ní dalé ẹrú, tí ò wá tún ní ìwọ fún rẹ lára nínú ayé ẹ̀? Ní tí mò ń béèrè nìyẹn tí mo ní kẹjẹ́ ká discuss. Kì í ṣe èmi ni mo sọ pé báyìí, this is what you should do, that is what you should. No, I'm throwing it out. We have acknowledged the fact that these men, no, forget them. That's what they are. So how do we now manage them? Look at them, oh, they're outside, oh, they're promiscuous. So all these years, they didn't have time for us. When our kids start having babies, they start complaining. This is a man that is now as if maybe in a week, or maybe he slept home just twice, but because you are going to take care of the baby, they are. I have come to these terms. They are extremely jealous. Papi, thank you for being here. Now you are late, Sha. They are extremely jealous. Get this clear, ladies. We recognize, we acknowledge, we accept the fact that these men are promiscuous. Chikena, no argument. How do we now deal with the situation such that we don't have a heart attack or a headache? Victoria Adeleke says, ignore him and focus on your life. Nobody can make you happy but yourself. That's a good point. If you ignore him, yes, now, Papi, you don't go now. See my hair now. No joking. Hey, no joking. You made a good point there. I think I'll start from Wednesday taking calls. Let's just do it this way today because I'm not like really prepared. From Wednesday, I think I would start taking calls so that we can discuss. I can hear from people and then we can discuss these things live too. I will look at it from Wednesday. Olua Beautiful Simeon Omo Johnson said, prayer on the mountain, Lobade. It's okay to pray, Olua Beautiful Simeon, but I don't like it when somebody is now praying to the extent of I don't like when prayer is. I don't know. Whether it's Islamic, whatever form of prayer. You see, what I don't want the women to do are two things, which the men said too. You don't have to be promiscuous because we are promiscuous. Yes, we know that we are promiscuous. We know. We acknowledge that fact. Don't be promiscuous because we are promiscuous. We are useless, we know. Okay? For the ones who will pray. Now when you start praying, all the straight women, and then you fast and lose weight. I will say one very funny thing now. People, I know you will laugh a little bit. When in 2016, January 1st, my ex went to my pastor to talk to me and so on. And my pastor asked me, he said, start doing, can't you pray your husband back into your life? I said, sir, he has gone to another woman. He's sleeping with another woman. That one just lost the baby around November 2015 or something then. And I said, you said me I should only be praying and fasting and lose weight? No, sir, let us do it this way. Let me also go out and find a man and also be collaborating. The pastor said, I said, let me also go out. I said, if God now says me and cousin will come back, I have gone, he has gone. They will now come back, baga. But me, I cannot do it. Olua Beautiful to me. That's why I spoke about that experience. I don't see myself praying for a man to come back if I know that man is collaborating a girl seriously. If I'm not talking, I mean, that's someone that has left. I'm not using the situation of being at home. It's a different thing. Oh, I can pray, normal prayer, everything for growth, for this, for that, but I cannot pray that, that prayer that will pray and pray and pray, and you'll be losing weight and fast and fast and fast. I will pray small. I have not even finished praying for myself now. I will pray small pray for my children, plenty, very plenty. I'm just going crazy today. But you see, when it comes to this men thing, how do we do it? Yesterday you said this is a great topic, and that if possible, open lines for men and women to pour out their minds on similar issues. All in all, men are not worth having hypertension for. Manage them as they are, because they are insect highs in their DNA. Women should get busy themselves and make themselves happy with their husbands. Papi, you said you should castrate. Talking about castrating, let me tell you, there are some women, and I heard that is really raining in Nigeria now. The thing only gets up with their wives. The women have shouted, they don't shout again. So I don't know, they say it's in vogue now. The thing only gets up with their wife. Any other place, the thing won't get up. Isn't that castration? Is anything worse than that? So that is it. Gidi, what did he say? He said, oníṣe kúṣe ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló wà lóbìnrin. In fact, without women that can... Yes! I have been open and meaning to talk about that sometimes, that we're sisters. Each time we say these men are bad, are they bad with themselves? No! They are bad with fellow women. Should we now make a pact to say, you know what? Let us treat them like this. It won't work. Women don't work like that. We are our greatest enemy. So that is where I know that will not work. Victoria, you also said it is very hard, but hypertension is a dangerous disease. I used to think it was hard for my man to have a woman, but believe me, it's not as hard as we think. Anything you want to accept, anything that would not make you happy, you see, it's a self-determination. It's a self-determination. I'm putting it wrongly. It's a self-determining thing. I, at this stage of my life, have determined that I'm doing nothing but be happy with myself. And because I have made that determination, and I have also recognized the fact that, you know what? Ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin yìí wàhálà tó ń fà máa ń pọ̀. Èmi Doyin Sọ́lá o. Mi ò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ problem fún mi mọ́. I say to my boyfriend, "Oh, Ranu, near my friend, I'm not interested in what you are doing. Gbẹ́nu ẹ sàn." And like kò kàn mí, and honestly kò kàn mí. So you will say, hey, it's because you haven't married him. If you marry him and you strive to, you have to develop it. I have gotten to that point, to that stage in life. It took a while. It may not be overnight, but you can develop it. And in developing it, definitely, it should help you. Papi is joking about that castration thing. Don't take him serious. Olusegun Ajani, I see you. Yeah, honestly, it annoys me to when you say pray. Well, I mean, I just told you about my own situation now. When the pastor said I should pray, I said, sir, let us leave prayers, sir. Let me also go out. Let me also be collaborating. When I'm collaborating outside, he said, very good. He has gone, I have gone. If God says we will come back, then we will come back. Me, I cannot stay. I told him flat out, Winners Church, I will not stay praying. Go on your knees. One woman prayed for 1 year. God is not that wicked. If God wants him to be back, I said, sir, if God wants this man to be, but he said, the girl is using principal, they say whatever she's using will be broken. She be God. We all know that God is all of this now. But me, I cannot. And now, we know they are jazz. So after jazz in Unko, me, I would now, that is even the worst. You see, let me tell you how I feel handling that is. If you feel that a girl has just your man, Oluwa beautiful to me, and then the jazz is working on the, let me tell you when the jazz will kaloji the man. Let the man go now. He has small change, he has something. When he's broke, flat broke, when he falls sick, that is when you will know that it is not jazz, it is ojukokoro. That is why me, I cannot pray and come and kill myself. When the man is broke, you will now know that, okay, it is not jazz. When the man falls sick, he will remember his first love. He will cry. When the man Shegun, you said, why should a woman want to catch? I'm assuming that you're wondering that, okay, you're talking about the other girl or something. The truth really is, if you find out about these things at the beginning, before they get too serious, you can nip it. But after a while, they have gotten so involved with each other. The woman outside is now so beneficial to the guy, takes care of him, does this and that, and the guy is used to her. It's difficult to do anything about at that point. That is why women want to know, so that they can nip it on time. If you find out before the outside woman gets under his skin, plenty care, pampering, fun láyè láti settle down to do anything good. So when you do that, they may break up. But if he has settled into her and she has gotten the opportunity to get under his skin, he's so used, he has come to love everything she's doing, that is when we have the problem. That is when you may now say they're doing something that they cannot do anything about. And that's I hope I have answered your question, Shegun Ajani. Yetunde, that's how I see it too. When you now go into all this prayer session and you are looking very hard, because usually when you have the matrimonial issue, especially once it has involved another woman, and your man does not even care about, doesn't send you again, it takes the grace of God not to look haggard. It takes the grace of God not to marunu. If you have just 100 naira, like you will want to use it to do juju, just to have him back than to do any other, than to eat or feed your children. So when you are in that situation and you keep running around, you are not even taking care of yourself again. That's the way I don't, all this running around, I just say that, look, I minimal running, I can't do that maximum running, and then I'm looking haggard. I will, honestly, rather than run around, when I say some things, people are like, what are you talking? I'm not saying I will not pray, I cannot pray. But when you see the situation on ground, and you know that all these things you are doing is more of like just punishing yourself, I would rather just like, you know what, I'm not going to go into all that. I have seen women, robust, nice looking, and by the time you see them, you feel sorry for them. Some actually have mental issues at the end of the day. They will be walking on the streets and be talking. Why? Because you know the funny, hey, foko ile. Are you in Nigeria? The men say that these are the reasons why they go out. I'm not speaking for them. I'm only repeating what they told me. Uncle Abis Adejigba, you said it took my uncle 2 years to cast out the spells of being born to his wife only. The thing is real, you see. Some women do it, oh. Some women do it. I know a few men now that as I speak to you now, they can only do with a particular woman. One told me with his mouth. It's not me that pulled it out of his mouth. It's jazz is the shit you say that jazz is the baddest thing a woman should do to hold a woman down. Me, I don't even say any woman should not use jazz to hold a woman down. What I just know is that at the end of the day, the repercussion is always horrible. Because at the end of the day, it fights back, it bounces back. Something bad always happens at the end of the day. Most times. Thank you, Ashiagun. At least I made an attempt. Abu, you said men are not circumcised because of one woman. Chetibo. So therefore, women, I take it easy. Kẹ́mi ọmọ Adédoyin, you said kí Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí a rí ìdààmú àlè. Àmín. Tá lè bá dẹ̀ dà yín láàmú, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ẹ má dàra yín láàmú. Tá lè bá fẹ́ dà yín láàmú, ẹ má dàra yín láàmú. Don't even fight, is my point. When all I've been doing now is like, you know what? You see, when something has not happened, it's different. When it has happened, don't fight again. Don't fight again. At group level yesterday, something like this we were discussing, and the lady that said, okay, why would I not sleep? If I suspect my husband, he's coming home late. I said, don't ask me, ask the men. And a man came up. One of the annoying answers that we hate to hear, hey, just treat him well. Just be nicer to him. You are doing something bad. You know you are doing something bad, but you still want me to. After he wrote that, I just said, sure, you have had them. That's what they want. So you have to weigh what you want. Do I want to stay, be nicer, more calm, and hope that at the end of the day, his eyes will clear from the person? Or do you want to fight every day? You make the house hot. You make your head hot. And then at the end of the day, your own peace telling me something. Usually when I'm talking peace, now I'm talking personal peace. And then you begin to fumble with that. That is the key thing for me. Your personal peace. The thing that you would do that will make you happy with yourself. Talking with him sincerely can even make him have a rethink. That is, he has done that thing, no. Don't fight then. Don't jump in there. Later, I mentioned that last week when Yinka Igbani said something about if her husband should do anything about women around her, and I said that, well, it's not at that point in time Luma call because his ego is at stake. Later, Tobaku, at some point you can say, and that thing hurt me, and maybe you shouldn't have done this or that to me. I really don't know what to say beyond what they have sent me. Please tell them. It's not that we want to marry, but it's because they do this. It's because they don't. It's not even of taking care of cooking or anything. No, you looking good or what for the. It's not. It's more. It's actually more about even the selfish them. When she goes to take care of the children, when she's always on business trips, when she goes to do this, I cannot live without a woman in my house. It's stifling for me, and then she will be complaining. The average man has insect eyes. We know. But you see, they are saying these are the reasons. You see something, you complain. They say that, no, you shouldn't complain. Why should you complain? At least if you are, maybe even, you see, it's not that you will not complain. The way I see that aspect of not complaining is, maybe at that point in time is when you will not complain. Maybe you carry that complaint to some later date. When men cheat us, they know. When they are nasty to us, they know. When they are doing bad to us, they know. And the good one will pull you back later to apologize. Let us try another tactic. We have been fighting. I don't think it's working for many. They say they don't want these things. let's see how we can change on that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want me to talk about anything, honestly, today is one of those dry ones for me because this is not my experience. I'm just relaying what the men say, especially to women in Nigeria, and how they feel about them and how they feel about this whole idea of you thinking, okay, they are promiscuous because they are this. They say we are not promiscuous because we want to be promiscuous. We are promiscuous because we have found ourselves in a situation that makes us promiscuous. They will find an excuse. I don't really trust all of that, their word, no, but it's like we just have to accept them for who they are. Do you want to still be there in peace? That's the key thing for me. Do you want to, live and be at peace? That's the key thing for me. And if you want to be at that place, you have to find some other ways to manage your home and the life. Well, of course, with jazz now, when it turns around, the repercussion is always nasty. So, Abis, again, you said women are always at the receiving end. They are 70. Well, if you padlock and the man lets you to padlock, Ajoke, Liz, I see you, and how you doing, Diola? Oluwa, beautiful, see me. You said when you know your husband is a cheat, can you insist on using condom with him always? That's a good question. Gentlemen, please answer. Oluwa, beautiful, see me. If you know your husband is a cheat, can you insist that he should use condom with you? Please, I want a man to answer that because this is a very crucial question. I also will be very weary and scared of diseases and things like that. Because I don't want him to come and carry his AIDS or any STD and come and dash me. So, gentlemen, please, we recognize the fact that you go out, you do your thing. But you see, let me just mention this. The average man going outside will tell you that they use condom. So, therefore, they are protected. How about that? Gentlemen, please answer how. That's just my own response on the flip side. Outside, of course, we use the condom, so I'm protected. That's what they're going to say to you. If you insist that he should use it and he says he does not want to use, there will be problem again. Gentlemen, please, how do we handle that situation? We know you are out there. We are not fighting that again. How do we deal with that? I know you're out there. Thank you, Shegun. We know you're out there. Shegun, please answer beautiful Simi's question. She said, if you know your husband is that kind of person, will it be out of place to now insist that, you know what, you sleep with too many women. I don't want wahala. I don't want anything. I'm mommy. With me, you must always use the condom. If your wife says that, you know very well that she's caught you a bunch of times with other women. What would you say? How do we treat that? I may have to come back on this issue because I think I may have to come back. And then when I come back, I want to come back with a phone that I can give out so that people can call in and we can hear ourselves. Yes, I may have to come back on this because I think this thing, as much as I really don't have a good grasp of the subject, because like I said, it's not my thing. If it's my thing, my reasoning, I'm able to flow better. But these are things that because I know you cannot stop that thing, Odoyin. The abroad one you said is good. Nigerian one we want you to. I said, what do I say? Yes, we know we are. We are not saying we are not. So what do we do? Tell them. That is the issue now. What do we want the women to do? I may have to continue this thing on Wednesday because it's almost 1 hour and I would like to go off. I may have to continue this on Wednesday, and on that Wednesday, we would have a call. We'll be able to call in. I may have to continue. Maybe we should stop here today, and then we can judge us some more, reflect on the bit we have mentioned today, and see how we can grow it, develop it, give it flesh on Wednesday, and so we can do more of this on Wednesday. Before I go away, I would like to mention something, introduce something to friends that are watching me and the ones that would watch me. Many of you, especially those in Nigeria, when you want to buy vehicles from us here abroad, you send your money to some people, and the minute they get your money, they start telling you stories. I have heard very well of someone that did not buy a car, said car was in Cotonou, and one said they mistakenly took car to France and things like that. That did not happen. Many just even disappear. Many just even disappear with your money, and they at times just dump the number that you know them with. I would like to introduce somebody to you today that I am putting my name on his business. This gentleman is showing Max. If you want to buy a vehicle, if you have been duped in the past or you have been told stories, Joyinsola is putting my name on this gentleman, Sunday Shoyinka. He is not the kind of person that you will send money to and your money will disappear. He is not the kind of person that you will send money to that will begin to tell you stories. When Sunday Shoyinka says, this is it, that is what it is. He has an office also in Nigeria. He has an outlet in Nigeria. I will put his number and his address and everything on my wall shortly. If you go to his Nigerian lot and you don't like what you see there, I will put his American number, because even right now, Sunday Shoyinka is in the US to buy vehicles for people and of course to do business. If you want to buy anything like right now, you can contact him. I'm putting my name on him. You know, for Joyinsola to put her name on someone, you should know that it's a done deal. Sunday Shoyinka is not one of those ones. Let me tell you a secret today. When you say you want low mileage, it's something that I know very well because my ex used to do it. If the vehicle they have bought is 279,000 on mileage, it's just $200. They will just help him to change the two. They turn it to 0 or something, and then you see 79,000 and you assume the vehicle is 79,000. They have a way of always doing that thing. They do it. But Sunday Shoyinka is not that kind of person. He will tell you this is how much it is, but whatever it is he tells you, you can take it to the bank. Like I said, I would put his number on my wall shortly, his American number, and of course his Nigerian number. Also, I will put his address on my wall, and I can assure you that you will not have any problem if you do business with him. I thank you all for watching me today. We're going to have to come back and discuss this topic. We have to get a little bit more extensive on it. I'm going to talk to men a whole lot more so that I will be able to also have... Thank you very much, Papi. If anybody wants to do this, I put my name on Sunday Shoyinka. You would not regret it. We have to come back and discuss this. It's something I see us doing on Wednesday. Gentlemen, think about, let's just assume I've just put a tip of the iceberg on the ground, fleshing it out the way, whatever it is. By Wednesday, I see us having a number to call in so that we can all just talk and discuss these things. I thank you all sincerely for watching me, and I hope to see you all on Wednesday too. Please invite people to join, invite people to watch, invite people to come and give to us just as we also are taking from them. God bless you all, and let me say bye-bye for now. I'm running to work. Maraki Bayode, oh, bye-bye. Uncle Longe Samjidin Alade, bye-bye. Mutin Law. See you on Wednesday. But I'm coming on Wednesday to continue this topic. It's more extensive than I have done today. Oluwa Beautiful Simi, that's a very good question. We are going to have to talk about that thing extensively. We know the man is always out there. Okay, I don't want disease. Is it okay for me to say, you know what, you have to use condom? Because they can't be fighting me because I say you should use condom. Could they walk? Mama lo work So these are things we are going to. First thing I want every woman to acknowledge is the fact that he is a womanizer. Forget it. We are not fighting that one again. It's how now to live in peace and at peace with that thing is what we are discussing now. Which makes Oluwa Beautiful Simi's question very good. Okay, if I acknowledge the fact that you are out there, you have other women, can I ask you to use a condom? Every such other things that you have, please hold them, because we'll be back on Wednesday to trash this thing out. We are not arguing the fact that they are out again. We are not arguing the fact that they do these things again. We want to see how we can live peacefully with all of that they do. At the end of the day, so that what? We'll have our peace of mind, and of course we'll have a happy home. God bless you all. See you on Wednesday, and bye-bye.